We don't even need to look at the picture, but let's look at the picture. How much is epsilon for us in this problem?
0.4.
Exactly. So we see it here between 2 and 2.4 and between 2 and 1.6. But we also see it here because this is the function. This is the function minus the limit. Function minus the limit, this must be epsilon. X minus 4, so 4 is A, and delta is what we are looking for. Okay, so find a number delta such that. So obviously, if the graph is correct, and we assume it is, which delta is the minimum? Will it be this delta or will it be this delta? The one to the right or the one to the left?
To the left.
Yes, it appears if the graph is correct, but we are going to get this numerically, right? So it doesn't matter. Good. Okay, perfect. So like before, this is our target. So this is the starting point, and this is where I want to arrive. So I can find the delta. So this is my starting point. The absolute value of the square root of x minus 2 less than 0.4. From algebra, I have to remember that every time I have the absolute value of something less than a number, then this translates into minus negative the number less than this expression, less than the number. So please, this is a side note, very important side note. So therefore, how do I change this? Exactly what you see here. Can anyone tell us how to apply this here?
Negative 0.4.
Less than the square root of x minus 2 less than 0.4. Please remember, very important. Good. So now, what are we going to do next is add 2 to all three sides. So I'm adding 2. So 2 minus 0.4, 1.6, less than the square root of x, because negative 2 plus 2 will be 0, and less than 2.4. Okay. So this is positive, this is positive, this is positive. We are not allowed to do this otherwise. We are going to square all three sides. So only because they are in ascending order or descending, but they're all positive. So 1.6 squared less than x less than 2.4 squared. So let's see what we get with that. So how much is 1.6 squared?
2.56.
2.56 less than x. And the 2.4 squared, what did we get? 5.76. Perfect. Very good. Okay, so now let's go back for a moment. So we have here x minus 4, okay, in absolute value. So we have to somehow, from this, create the x minus 4 and find delta. So I am going to, because this is the same thing with negative delta less than x minus 4 less than delta. And then we can add 4 to all three sides. So 4, I didn't mean to write plus. So 4 minus delta, I'm rushing because I don't want to hold you over. I only have 1 minute, and as a token of respect, I have to stop. So this is the same with 4 minus delta less than x less than delta plus 4. Okay, the same idea. So I'm comparing these in order to get the delta. So let's compare this one. How much is, by comparison of these two? Forget about this left-hand side for a moment. By comparison, these two. So I have delta plus 4 equals 5.76. So then this delta on this side is 1.76. So now let's see the other side, right? By comparing this to this, setting them equal to each other, delta plus 4 has to equal 5.76. I subtract 4 and I got 1.76. Forget about this one now. Let's look at the other one. So I have 2.56 equals 4 minus delta. So then when I subtract 2.56 minus 4 equals negative delta. And what do I get when I subtract these two? I get negative 1 point, what is it? Is it 4.44? Correct me if I'm wrong, please.
Yes, minus 1.4.
Okay, so then delta equals 1.44. So here I compare this by setting these equal to each other. I compare these two and I got 1.44. So finally, delta equals the minimum value of 1.44 and 1.76. And that choice must be and is what?
1.44.
1.44. Thank you for your